Yep, they're going to remake. So
Okay,
yeah,
sweet. So
we will
that's
get
good
to see
hear.
all those picks live. And
Okay.
once again, apologies for all that, but we will get right back on into this very heated series.
Well, I already did say what all the pick and bans were going to be, so we
Well,
do
now we
know
can be
what to
surprised
expect.
again.
Whoa, they picked Nunu again. Oh.
Who'd have thunk it?
Who'd have thunk? Exactly. So I guess it gives us a little bit more time to talk about the compositions and everything. But before we do that, I just want to give some more shout-outs over towards our sponsors. The biggest one, of course, being Twitch. As always, nothing but gratitude for the largest streaming platform in gaming to support collegiate esports. From PAX East to West, we have, and many, many more events that we have had for the CSL. I always want to say CLS for whatever reason. I'm not sure why.
Yes.
But it wouldn't happen. It wouldn't be happening today without the help and support from Twitch, from them. It's really nice to be able to stream on this platform. So thank you guys again for that. As always, also, if you want to join us in Discord, make sure to type in !Discord. More than welcome to join and chat in with us there. And also make sure to follow us on Twitter. It's gonna be the at. Hey, don't laugh at me. I'm doing my best here. But it's gonna be at C Star League. So. Pretty much C-Star League, that's what the name of it is, for the whole organization as a whole. Or you can even just follow the League of Legends division, which is going to be the CSL LOL, so LOL, if you want to make sure to follow us there. And also, if you can't watch the games live, make sure to check us out on YouTube so that we can rewatch any of the games that we have covered here. Going to go head over to that. It's going to be same thing as always. It's going to be C-Star League if you want to be able to catch those games on some VODs. But hopefully, I'm hearing the rumblings that we're going to be able to get into the game, so let's get that done right now.
So yeah, we all do have a screenshot, so let's basically walk you through once again. Well, we'll wait for it to get through one more time. But just my initial thoughts, good to see the Severe coming right back out for the side of Murray. I really think they needed some sort of scaling element to really get them through those fights, and now having the Severe in the back pocket should help them play through that quite a bit longer. And not only that, but the Sivir pick is something that gets them there in the first place. That's another huge issue they were having. And now it's just going to come straight down to execution. What can they actually get done here?
Exactly. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out my thing. It's being a little bit weird, so return. Just keep talking while I try to figure this out.
Unlucky, but yeah. Players are coming back into the lobby. We'll be rushing through this pick ban as quickly as possible because once again, we already know what all those picks and bans are. Nunu going over once again, this time to the side of Murray once more. So Curry will be getting that one in his own pocket to work on through. I'm very interested to see exactly how well that one's going to work in that situation because of how lackluster it seemed in that last matchup. It didn't really feel like it gave too much more over towards the ADC, too much more over towards the mid laner. And once again, now that we have a Severe, maybe it's going to start feeling a little bit more impactful. But without a doubt, it definitely felt like Mudkip, just across the board, had a lot more to actually go off of and a lot more done.
Exactly. And so now that we actually have gotten everything figured out, we're getting back into the Champion Select. So we're going to pretty much go over the same things we've already seen. Should be the exact same pick and bans, nothing to change. Hopefully people just remember what they actually banned. So Urgot, I believe Gnar was next, and it was the Xerath. What was after that? See, I already lost it. It's been that long.
Yep.
Oh, Nami. There it is. Nami.
Yeah, there we go.
So luckily for us, the teams remember what it's going to be. They have 5 people who can remember as opposed to the 2 of us.
That is quite lucky for this one. But yeah, gonna be going right on back and forth, keeping them down. I was a little bit curious to see the Nami ban as well. It might be more of a dedicated ban towards KG. But big things with that all of that on both sides is it's definitely the return more towards that squishier, more enchanter style of support that definitely has been kind of working its way right on back in. And there's that Teemo pick you were talking about, and it looks like that's in the jungle.
Yep. Mudkip, like I said, a one-trick Teemo jungle player. So this is really interesting to see him on this, bringing out one of his pocket picks that he loves to go to into something that's really strong, such as Nunu. I want to see what his pathing is going to be and how aggressive he opts to go for.
I mean, another big thing in 8.2 was the buff towards the jungle ability power item with the runic echoes, and that it definitely restores a lot more of your mana, so should be having a better clear through the jungle, especially once he hits 6. Able to pop down those shrooms to just really get the full clear out, but even so, that's such a strange pick. And I know we're talking about people who we have a team that's basically made up of a bunch of support players and one team-up player, but I didn't really think we'd see it right here.
Oh, come on. You gotta always imagine when someone's got the leg up, they feel confident. They want to put the message into all of the other teams here for College LOL that they are going to be one that's going to come out of nowhere and take you down with Teemo and Kled.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see the eventual Teemo bans if we see this team back later on our broadcast. We had Kled also still looking for that aggressive style of top lane onto Ocean Lotion, who had a great performance last match onto his pick, which was he had the Urgot top. There we go. And then that means it's going to be a Galio in the mid lane. And that's where I feel like they really can start losing out. Sure, Galio has that shield in the mid lane, but ever since they nerfed his clear with his Q, Malzahar should be getting a fairly hard push on in. And that almost might be a bit too much BMing out for Kentucky, because I'm not even sure what their win condition is at this point, aside from just go in at the 2-item mark, because you got Kled plus Galio, then throw on some extra carries.
It's really going to be a testament on how well Mudkip can path with this Teemo, and it's going to be difficult, I have to say, just looking at this on paper, because they're going to rely a lot of the magic damage coming out of Teemo. Because you're not really relying on that for a Galio, and you need somebody outside of Kled and Xayah to do damage, but they're going to be doing AD, so if it's read properly by Murray State, it could be a very difficult time for Kentucky to actually find advantages.
I mean, we saw a lot of those bottom lane plays early on in last match that just completely went awry, because neither team really followed through with that early vision. Neither team really set up those plays, and it was just response after response. Now, add a Galio to that mix, and plus there are 4 TPs on the map. And just like that, there might not be a single safe play to make in this game. If you thought the stopwatch meta slowed it down, double TP, yeah, that's going to slow it down as well.
I'm also curious if we're going to see the puzzle go for the unsealed spellbook Sivir that we tend to see a lot more nowadays, where she's able to go for that teleport herself. She can be around the map, so you got the 2 TPs already. Throw in a third one for puzzle, and you never know where he's going to be able to be.
Oh yeah, that should be a fairly fun one, and that's also another strategy we've seen evolving over the last few patches here, and with the prevalence of Spellbook. So the idea is on Sivir, you start with that heal, swap out to the teleport, and you're just this pushing force. The other champion, the other guy, doesn't get to play League of Legends, because you just walk into lane, clear, wait for the next wave, clear, wait for the next wave, clear, back, get full mana, come on back, and just turn into this wave pushing machine that just is impossible to make plays against. So if it's executed very well, Puzzle and KG, there might not be a response to them.
Not at all. And then top that all off with the fact that Curry can give even more bonuses over to Sivir, to give her extra wave clear and a little bit extra in the terms of just sheer damage. It's going to be really interesting to see how Murray State actually decide to evolve their team comp.
Yeah, and now imagine that on top of the Arden Sensor potentially coming up for KG, on top of the ally Whimsy there, putting them even faster on the attack speed register. I kind of hope he has he doesn't have an attack speed cap on, because he's going to hit that really quickly.
Very true. So we could be Unsealed Spellbook. We could even see the Lethal Tempo coming out. That'd be a really interesting adaptation to see coming in from the puzzle. Sadly, we can't see from Champ Select. I really wish that there was a way that we could see once we're in the spectator delay, so we really could talk about all the theories that we have going into this game. Unfortunately, not today. One day.
We will be able to see it in the loading screen delay. We will be into that in just a few seconds. We will be able to go back and forth on them. Looking at Teemo even, I'm trying to figure out what exactly he's going to be taking. A few people in the jungle, especially ones that want to go very aggressive, is taking stuff like the Dark Harvest that just gets the game rolling, and you just become a very hard-hitting champion. And with your mid laner being Galio, you need some supplemental form of magic damage, so you just want as much as possible. Maybe also you go Summon Ares, maybe also you go Meteor, if it's not that much of a hassle for your champion. But overall, this is going to get really interesting, and there are a lot of possibilities left on the board.
Really is. It's so fascinating when you get to speculate on what you think is going to happen between these two teams. One going with a far more standard composition over on the side of Murray State, but then Kentucky saying we're going to go balls to the walls on this one. We're even going to go with the press the attack Teemo. That's a press the
attack Teemo. That is amazing.
Oh, and also the puzzle only went for Fleet of Foot, unfortunately.
Oof, that's kind of unfortunate. So no teleporting Sivir going all across the map is kind of feels bad, man. But in the end, we'll still be having a grand old time, and he's still got a lot of scaling in his kit. And throw on top of that now the fleet footwork, a little bit more safety along with Lou and all that. So I really want to see how effective Kentucky can make all of these engaged plays happen with the Galio composition, with the Pled to really start off that initiation. Because if they can get that rolling, there is no stopping that train.
I'm actually really curious to look over towards Mudkip, as even early on to this game, he has no AP. So I almost wonder if this is going to be a more AD focused type build, or the on hit build that we sometimes see coming out of Teemo. They're looking for an invade.
I mean, they have a Blitzcrank. It is very available to them, but Scry has the defensive shield, has the spell shield. It's going to be insanely hard to actually knock him down. And yeah, that's now two people on the side of Murray College that have this spell shield built in. You have the Malzahar, and then you have the Sivir with your W.
It's going to be very difficult for Banana Beard if he's going to try to look for a pick. Unless he's doing it very wisely, I'd say look to see if he can pick off KG. That's going to be a primary engage tool to try to keep someone alive, especially if it's Z-Omen going in with the Twisted Advance. You always love to see the wild growth right on top of him, but take out the Lulu. No more using that.
Yeah, that is very true, and they'll have to be playing around that as we get into this one. Looks like both these junglers will be starting on that bot side of the map, so maybe a little bit more love thrown up towards that top side matchup.
No, look at that. Actually, they're going to both be starting on the red, so...
Oh, wait. Where was I looking?
Well, it's because B Bumble and Banana Beard were trying to see if they can hold on to the blue buff. They put the ward down very late so that they can spot out if there's going to be the attempted invade from Curry, which means Mudkip probably going to go right down towards the blue buff of Curry as well.
Yeah, and it does look like that exact play will be happening. Oh, no, they're looking at top lane. Ocean and Lotion, he wants a little bit of assistance early.
Yeah, very curious to see, and can't say I blame him. Want to get that Clyde snowballing as quickly as possible, especially if Z-Omen is taking a little bit too far out. Rope on a bear trap on a rope. Sorry, other way around. Gonna be able to pull him in. They're not gonna do enough damage. Just chunk him down to below half.
Yeah, a little bit annoying, but still no Summoner Spell burn just yet. Means it's going to be very hard to actually get Fawn forward. And this is another thing we get with the Teemo in the jungle. He doesn't have hard CCs to facilitate some of these ganks, and it really requires on the lanes. Hook comes across, but is that an engage or is that a bait?
But it is also the level 2s coming in for both B Bumble and Banana Beard. They're able to get the root on the puzzle before he's able to do anything to react. Since they didn't have the levels that they would have wanted to, makes it so that it actually goes in the favor of Kentucky.
And just like that, there's also the invade still in progress down the bottom side of the map. Mudkip, he wants to get as much as he physically can and hit the road. It's also a little bit curious to see that we don't have any minion dematerializers. I would have loved to see that from Scry here. Really get that shoving advantage onto Galio solidified. Also, we only have 3 of those stop launches on the map, especially against a Malzahar. That's a little bit crazy to see.
It really is, but I think the biggest thing is definitely the minion dematerialize not being seen too often. Seems that players just aren't giving it as much of a prevalence as they honestly should. Does so much work in these lanes. Now looking even topside, look how much of a lead Ocean and Lotion's getting, but I'll have to put that on pause as we see attempted gate coming in, flash for flash. Snowball only slowing down B Bumble, but both him and Banana back to the tower.
And you're seeing how much value you get with the new Blood Boil coming off of Curry Fighter. Yes, it still gives you more attacks, but it also gives him the extra damage to really deal through that lane. Probably he's going to try to fight, but honestly, until there's at least one completed item onto Ocean of Lotion, I don't think he's going to be getting too far with this one.
Not at all, still. You can't blame him for trying. Now, look at this. Very greedy coming in from Puzzle. It's taken very low, got knocked up. Ignite with the heal coming in as the teleport was completed by Jay-Z, flashing in for the double taunt. And look who's burning apart from the winds of war. There's no way Lulu could fight back into that as 3 members are still there from Varsity, but they're all very low. Banana Beard on the hunt. Wants to see if he can get on a pull onto somebody, but doesn't want to get someone with the spell shield. He's trying to be as careful as possible. He's going to be Puzzle as he gets punched into the air and killed off by Banana Beard.
Kentucky, they have the unconventional comp, but they're making it work nonetheless. Fighting on top lane, Solution, he needs Scarl.
He's trying to get to it. He barely is going to be able to get right back onto his mount as he goes for more, pulling him back in, getting the flash out of Z Omen. Barely holding on himself, the tree, not able to fight against 2 people.
Yeah, definitely pulling on through in the end. Yeah, gotta be careful now because once Kled starts getting that advantage top lane, I find it very hard to believe that will ever stop. Almost functions like another Urgot, but with just a little bit more engaged. Keep your eyes, especially once Jax hits this level 6 point in the mid lane on that Galio as well, because I expect some pretty spectacular plays coming out.
As do I. You always expect when a Galio's in mid that he's going to be able to be anywhere on the map. Use that entrance to help out his team, especially if Mudkip continues to be aggressive. Someone we haven't really seen too much is Mudkip. That's purely because he's trying to farm up. He's already got himself the completed Skirmisher Saber, trying to see if he can continue up towards that mark where he's going to be able to have those mushrooms.
The classic scaling Teemo strat. He's going to be looking for just a little bit more gold. On the top side, though, good vision put down already by Zoe, but he wants to make sure he's pretty safe. And even with Curry, is looking to take away a few of the camps. And this might almost turn... Oh, wait, fight!
Nice pull coming in from Banana Beard right before the spell shield can come in. Puzzle, you got to be so careful with this. You need those reaction times to be on point, because anytime you don't have that, you got to imagine Banana Beard's going to look for the pull.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, this entire Kentucky squad is exclusively made up of playmakers. There is no team synergy really to speak of except for the Galio plus Orin. Not Orin. The Galio plus the Kled. And everything else, it just relies on everyone individually making the plays. B-Bubble needs to be able to kite around successfully and lock people down. Banana Beer needs to be able to find the hooks and make the plays happen. And Mudkip, he just needs to play shrooms down and be a general menace.
That seems to be the game plan for him right now. He hasn't made it any sort of gank outside of that first one. And Ocean taking full advantage of that. Already getting a good shove in to Zeoman. He's gone back, gotten himself the Executioner's Culling. You can tell how much fear there is on this Maokai.
Exactly, and I think it's going to be Mudkip continuing to stay up on the top side of the map because he knows exactly how big Ocean got last game, and he wants the same thing to happen once again. You saw what happens when someone's put behind. He wants that same matchup to go back once again.
It's using the charge to try to see if he can lock down the kill. He wants to go hard onto Z-Omen, but he's got to be so careful. Doesn't want to dive just yet. Even though they had the speed boost onto Jay-Z, Jax, and onto Mudkip, he didn't feel confident enough going for the dive. Scarpo right behind, looking to see if he can disengage this attempted dive.
And he's going all the way in.
Yeah, he's going all the way in. They got the taunt. They're going to be able to take down the tree. And look at this, Scarpo not able to do anything as Mudkip finds himself a double kill.
That is great aggro balancing, making sure Ocean doesn't go down too far, and using the Galley ult to negate the rest of that damage. Absolutely perfect dive right up on the top lane. And fortunately, no stop botches to prevent it. That is going to be the first tower going down in favor for Kentucky. And there is no real response across the map.
This is going to be the problem for Murray State. The game went so evenly for them because they had the lead and they were constantly going for the pressure on to Kentucky. They find themselves almost 4,000 gold in the hole at only 8 minutes into the game. And even with that, there's a lot of aggression coming in from Banana Beard and B-Bumble on the bot side of the map, making it so the one lane that had won prior is not going to do so this time around.
Yeah, Severe is very hard pressed to actually win out this bottom lane. It's going to be a lot more on the back of KG with really good poke and defense against the dark rocket grabbing arts. It's going to actually be able to win out this lane, quote unquote. Still, Severe, one of the better farming champions in the game, and is amazing at delaying out games and just how easily you can go out and clear. But even so, already this far down in the hole with this little time on the board, it's not looking too good. Really, you got to start looking to Scry to make the plays around the map if you're really thinking of coming back.
Oh, Puzzle burned the spell shield. Almost expected the full aggression coming in from the bot side, but the route on to KG might be enough as they get him with the last shot from B-Bumble.
Yeah, that was a great hook coming out from Banana Beard. made the long-range play happen, got the kill off it, and those are the small advantages that are going to keep this team going forward. Already, Jax, he's moving towards the top lane. His ultimate is not available yet.
And Ocean we're really deep into the jungle of Curry Fighter. They're trying to get to this blast cone, and they will barely get to it. Ocean, he finds himself a Malzahar in the end of this. He even goes forward with the charge. Absolute Zero, is it going to do enough? The taunt onto 3 members as they slam down, getting some kills in the process. Not going to get it with the pocket pistol, but still getting the flashes out of the rest of the members of Murray State.
Kentucky has insanely disjointed teamfights with how many core abilities they have, but who needs a team anyway? 3 members, we'll just fight those 3 and keep on rolling like that. And if you get too much of a gold lead, it doesn't matter what your composition is. If you just completely outscale the enemy with just pure item spikes, you can just walk over the game like that, and that does seem to be the game plan.
This doesn't even seem like the same Murray State that we saw in Game 1. They're falling apart so quickly. And oh, look at this Mudkip. He's so aggressive. He has no fear of this Nunu. He might be able to pick up a kill as well as he keeps going forward. The poison picking down. It does finally give a killing spree over to Mudkip.
3-0-1 Teemo Jungle currently putting in its work and worth its weight in gold. I was not expecting this one.
I don't think anybody was really expecting this one. Anyone outside of Mudkip, apparently. Because he knows how to play this, and he's
TP
done this
coming
before. They look like they want to get it right now. It looks like it's going to be Jay-Z Jackson in the backline. The tower does fall to Puzzle and KG with the Wild Growth knocking up Banana Beard as he pulls back in Puzzle. But look who's finally shown up. It is KG going for the kill as he falls down. Scarpo having lost himself the spell shield, and another teleport being used by Zeoman, but maybe going to be canceled by Ocean Lotion. Nope, not going to be today. The rest of the members of Kentucky have to be really careful. They don't want to go full aggressive unless they have Ocean Lotion as he teleports in. They're going to be able to burn down through this tree, only needing one more hit. It will finally fall, and they even take down Scarpo in the backline as Mudkip had a great flank. The Puzzle couldn't do too much. The charge being used in as the Puzzle has a good dodge around that doesn't help him as he's cut off by Mudkip, and the rampage even for the Teemo comes through.
This is turning into absolute domination by Kentucky. They find each and every individual fight, and ironically, with this composition, they look so much cleaner. They're not making these small mistakes that let Murray into the game last time.
Not at all. Now the tower's falling in tow as B-Bumble was able to get that. They already have that Rift Herald so early into the game, and Mudkip saying, let's keep putting on the charge. Let's take down this tier 2 before anyone can react. They are getting that much closer to getting onto these inhibitor towers, and we haven't even crest the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, first dragon still on the board, 12 minutes in. It's maybe not time yet for those first inhibitors, but it's getting pretty close.
That's the scary part, that you're this close into the this soon into the game, and you're already starting to be able to say, hey, we can go onto this inhibitor tower. That's where you know things are falling apart so quickly for Murray. And look at the gold lead. It's gone up to so much, 8,000 almost for Kentucky as they look to keep putting the pressure on, backing off and buying some items.
Yeah, they're hitting some pretty big spikes. Jack's already completed the Rod of Ages. It's still scaling up off that one. Razorback completed over onto Mudkip's Teemo. Gonna have that extra attack speed along with that red smite, the challenging smite as well. And now top lane too. Ocean, he has a completed black cleaver. He's ready to just put on the pressure in the side lane.
See, it's funny, when we were talking earlier, I truly was questioning what build Mudkip was going to go for. If he was going to go for more of the AP burst style that Teemos can go for. But it's clear that he's going for more of that on-hit, as he's got that Blood Razors like you had mentioned. Looks like he's pathing towards getting, I believe, the Frozen Mallet next. Would I be correct in assuming that?
I wouldn't be completely shocked at this point. He's just looking to be the most annoying champion he possibly could be. We thought Teemo was bad already. Just look at what he's doing with it.
Exactly. 402. He's so scary. Most of his members have one completed item compared to the only components on the other side of Murray. Everyone is struggling. They haven't even gotten themselves a kill, but they won't get perfect game today as they did take down at least the tower for their problems. Now Curry jumped on by both Ocean and Lotion and Mudkip. The pull coming in. There's nothing that Curry could do. The unstoppable Teemo. That is not something I thought I'd say today.
Oof. Yeah, that is unfortunate right there. Banana Birdie's looking for the flank around the side, but all ultimates are up except for Mudkips. They're just going to keep the pressure on.
Exactly. Gonna try to see if they can go for the dive on the Puzzle, but Puzzle has other things planned. He turns it around. Will get the shutdown onto Mudkip, but he lost his own life in the process alongside the tier 1 in mid.
Yeah, Ocean of Lotion, he's been having a few questionable ults today. Every time I've seen the ult not in top side of the map, or at least on that top T1 tower, he has missed by quite a margin. Ends up costing Mudkip his life, but still, Kentucky, they are so far ahead, they have no intention of stopping.
I don't think they're even afraid. They're going on to this tier 2 in mid. They might have even found out Curry again. Poor Nunu. He cannot show anybody the way as he has to run away.
Yeah, he's going to be trying his back after that one. And honestly, it is so much easier to hit a Blitzcrank hook when you got the target taunted down as well. So good synergy there between Jax and Banana Beard, able to make the plays at a moment's notice. And this could be the 5th tower of the game already going on topside as we near the 10K mark at 15 minutes.
Only KG was defending that as well, so much damage went down. And now look at this. Jay-Z Jax is trying to see if he can catch out on it to Puzzle. Spell Shield going to be able to block the taunt. And that Scarpo showing up, making this a 3v2 potential. Doesn't seem that Kentucky want to go for that just yet.
Mudkip, what's he's planning here? He might just go invisible right on the backline, and no one will be the wiser.
He's 2 levels over Curry. He could kill him so easily just himself, but you know that he wants to find somebody.
Wait, he could be Galley ulted while he's invisible. That'd be a disgusting play if they actually got that one going, but doesn't look like anyone's going to be baited over on top of him just yet.
Not just yet, but Banana Beard, he's feeling pretty confident. Look how far he's playing forward. Gonna only pull the Spell Shield with Malzahar, so not gonna be today. And all the while, Mudkip's still sitting there.
Yeah, he's just hanging out at this point. He's having a good time.
I don't know if I'd have a good time just AFKing like that. They might want to report him. He's not playing the game.
Yeah, he's watching the stream at the moment. He's just watching his team do the rest of the work. And honestly, once you see this big, you don't need to do too much more. But that's one way to set up a split push. Just stay invisible until you know there is nobody near you. Good coverage currently by the Mushroom means it's going to be very hard to take that Teemo down.
There are 2 teleports now up for Kentucky. Ocean of Lotion and Jay-Z Jax have it available. If they want to make a play, they could do it, as Mudkip dueling with the Puzzle once again. Wild Growth coming in from KG to try to make this a little less even. I feel like Mudkip might go for a little bit more. The rest of his team going to be able to take down the tier 2 in mid.
But now there are 2 so strong split push threats on both the top and the bottom sides of the map. Teemo in the top lane physically cannot be responded to by less than 1 person. And bot lane, you have the same issue with Pled down there. And add on top of all of that, if you send 3 or more members, Jay-Z Jax, he could just ult a sidewave. There are no winning moves right now for the side of Murray. They might just be backed up into such a rough spot.
I will give them a little bit credit. There are avenues that they can come back. We know Kentucky have made mistakes in the past, so easily could do the same here. How aggressive they've been playing. We saw Mudkip go too greedy and give over Shutdown Gold for free to the Puzzle. So similar kind of things can happen, despite the fact that they are now finding themselves up. Wow, 11,000 gold over Murray at not even 18 minutes.
And they're looking directly onto this inhibitor tower. Baron buff still is a good 2 minutes, 10 seconds away. Dragon on that 40-second mark, but even more fighting on bot.
It seems that Daunt comes in, 3 members caught out with the pull coming in. Absolute Zero doesn't do too much. The stasis is still there for B Bumble. They turn it around onto Jay-Z Jax with the heal. Is it going to be enough to keep Bumble alive? He got the root, but the Malefic Visions burns across to give a double kill over to Scripo. Just like that, like I had mentioned, the mistakes coming through for Kentucky.
Yeah, and that they weren't actually able to establish a split push, so that when all 5 members for the side of Murray went onto that top side of the map, there was absolutely nowhere else to go for the Kentucky members. Nothing else was set up just yet. Ocean Lotion, he's looking for a kill right here.
And I think he'll be able to finish that off. The Bear Trap on a rope cleans an easy one for him. Poor Curry, he's not going to be able to play League of Legends today, even though he's on one of the strongest junglers in the meta.
Honestly, I don't know how bad I can feel for anyone playing Nunu at the moment, but that's probably about as close to feeling bad as I can. Yeah, that was just absolutely brutal. Dragon's going to be up once again, and it will be yet another Wind Drake. Potentially even put more wind into Kentucky's sails. They look to rotate around this map. Only inhibitor towers remaining.
you ever wanted to see a Teemo flying the speed of light, it looks like that's going to be your day today. It's Mudkip. He's so aggressive. Look at this. I love how greedily he's playing, but he's got to be so careful. He doesn't want to get caught out and give a lot of gold back over to the side of Murray.
Exactly. He's still on that very impressive 6-1 and 2 scoreline, but get caught out by more than one member, and that still could be your downfall almost immediately. They need to keep this pressure up on all sides of the map. Jay-Z Jax has a TP available, and Baron, it is not far off. Less than 30 seconds remaining. If you want one surefire way to put this game away, give the team with the Teemo jungle that nice Baron buff.
That's what's going to be required for Kentucky. Seems like they're having a difficult time cracking open these inhibitors despite having such a massive lead over Murray State. Too much wave clear with the puzzle and Scarpo being able to sit comfortably behind their minions and towers. Seems that Kentucky realizes this as well, making the play to get some vision around the Baron.
And they have 3 lanes pushing in their advantage right now towards the base of Murray. It is near impossible for them to actually come out and contest this Baron, which means that's going to be a free one going over to Kentucky. And that's how you break forward the wave clear put forth by Scry, by Puzzle. Just give them even more help.
Exactly, and there's not really much that Murray could do to even stop that Baron. They knew it was going to happen the moment it spawned up. What could they do? They go for the fight, they get wiped clean, and the Baron still goes over to Kentucky.
Exactly. At that point, you just let it ride on through. Maybe send in Curry if he has a chance in hell, but with lacking that much, you just farm back up, wait for your ADC to start hitting some good item spikes, as you do have that 2 item spike currently being completed onto the puzzle, but honestly, you're looking for 6 items, not 2 if you're playing Sivir. I
was about to say, you're looking for all those items for Sivir. You have a Nunu who is 3 levels behind a Teemo jungle. 3. Top lane, 3 levels behind. Z Omen is 3 levels behind Ocean Evolution. These are not small feats that you have to overcome if you're Murray State.
Oh no, without a doubt, it is a fairly uphill route. But here, Kentucky can actually take the extra step and set this play up, because now they're getting that top lane pushing, they're getting that bot lane pushing as well. And if all 3 waves collapse at the exact same time, or close enough, with Baron buffs on them, that is way too much for Murray to actually go and physically respond to them.
Now the waves are starting to come towards the base of Murray State. They gotta put up some sort of defense now, otherwise the game will surely end. Hole blocked by the spell shield of the puzzle. But things are looking so dire for Murray State at the point that it's looking less and less likely that those mistakes that we're talking about from Kentucky are even going to happen.
Without a doubt. I mean, there's certainly plenty of room, and if you can force a good engage onto the 3 members or the 2 members here on one of the side lanes, if you're Murray, you might have a little bit of salvation. Maybe you lose a tower somewhere else, but you survive to fight another day. But every second that no play is made is just another second that they're not going to be able to hold on to this one.
It's now the mid wave. It's being taken down so low. Absolute Zero trying to see if it can clear out some waves, but not in the position to actually do too much. Inhibitor finally going down, but B-Bowler, you got to be careful. That was a lot of damage coming in from Puzzle. That is going to be the heroic entrance burned by Jay-Z Jax just to keep his AD carry alive.
Sivir might not be farmed up, but her Ricochet skill deals plenty of damage, especially when it crits, and B-Bumble, he is living proof of just that. If there's enough damage on the Sivir, they might just have a fighting chance in this one.
Now KG gets pulled and bounced around. That doesn't even seem fair for the poor Lulu. She wasn't able to do anything in that fight. Without her, will there even be a defense coming in for Murray?
They've got to try, because if they start laying this up, they're going to let it... Oh my god, the hook!
These pulls are brutal coming through. They even use the Feather Storm just to secure the kill on Scarpo. But people, without that, he's got to be so careful, because he's in the front line, finding himself right in the face of the tree, but he can burn him so much. Mudkip even finishing off Curry with the poison. This looks like it should be the end even this early into the game for Kentucky. They're opening up the inhibitors just 23 minutes into the game.
And there's still 16 seconds on to Scry, 20 seconds on to Curry. Not sure if it's going to end right here, but they could definitely look for 3 inhibitors.
But man, these pulls are zoning control maximized over onto Murray State. They have to be so careful because Banana Beard, he has been so on point with them that it's gotten to that so scary for them to even step up. Even with Scarpo and the puzzle having spell shields in their kit, they can do nothing, as all Banana Beard is trying to do is bait those out so he can make the picks.
Exactly. Each and every time somebody missteps, Banana Beard is there to just completely capitalize on it. And look at this gold game. Nearing the what is at this point, 1.7k gold lead? Not even 1.7, 17.7k gold
17.
lead. Yeah, this is just getting completely out of hand, and not even all the scaling in the world can really help you at this point. It's gonna take an absolute miracle to come back from this one.
As you see the backs coming in from Kentucky, this appears to be just a statement at this point. They want to make sure that they have every single tool possible to end the game. If you need any proof of what they want to do, look at topside. Ocean Alotion, he's sitting on a couple components, sure, but he has a full item and a half over Z-Omen.
This isn't a statement at this point. This is a manifesto. They want anyone they're up against to fear their name whenever it's spoken. Speaking about that top lane matchup as well, that is very, very close to a full Flame Horizon down on his own. And unfortunately, there's just nowhere left to collect farm for if you are on the side of Kentucky, because all the farm is in the base.
Not just that, look at Mudkip. He almost has a Flame Horizon over his jungle opponent. That's a little absurd.
Yeah, it's getting kind of nutty at this point, to be completely honest. Rageblade completed as well, so he's going to be doing even more.
He went for the build that I actually was wondering if he was going to go for. He's got the Frozen Mallet with the Blood Reserve, got the Ginzus on top of that. So there's no running away from Teemo at this point. At the moment he starts attacking you, you either fight or you die.
Exactly, and now there's the last thing left to do, and that is run it down a lane. Kentucky, they just want to put this one away in very stylish fashion.
Double super minions in all lanes are starting to make it into the base of Murray. Look at Mudkip. He's got himself positioned just in case someone steps out a little bit too far to be able to pick off. He really wants to be able to go into the puzzle or Scarpo, eliminate them from the game. All in all, they just have to wait it out because these minions are going to do enough work to these towers. Doesn't seem Murray can even answer as Curry taken so low, pulled back by the rope, then by the rocket grab, then by the taunt as he slammed into the air and finished off Z-Omen. He went forward, but it didn't help out to keep their jungler alive. Nexus towers are still up. Bumble, you got to be a little bit more careful from those boomerang blades. They're doing a lot of work from the puzzle, but still, these Nexus towers remain for Murray.
3 inhibitors down, and they are still unable to end. They're probably going to have to go over, bounce over to the Baron buff, which whiz up in about 40 seconds flat. And yeah, that should definitely be enough to knock this one over, but if, God forbid, it's not, there might not be enough in this game to end it.
Honestly, you might not be wrong, but that would literally require this game to go out to 50 minutes for Murray to even be in a position to win. Because how far they're behind. They have to wait out these inhibitors coming back up. They'd have to get a Miracle Baron. They'd have to somehow push down one of these lanes. Only one tower has fallen for Kentucky. Uh-oh. Bye, Curry. I'm sorry. There's not much you can do here.
Yeah, that man is dead. Very, very dead.
Yeah. Mudkip, he set up the trap. He got him baited in. He found the Nunu. He showed him the way. The way was back to the base.
Hook, line, and sinker. That Nunu is not going to be buffing absolutely anyone, as this Baron's going to be coming on through. Only 20 seconds remaining on the death timer for Curry, but it just doesn't even matter at this point. Expect a full frontal attack coming out from Kentucky, as they literally can just run it right down mid lane and probably walk away with this one.
Honestly, I can't imagine anything but that happening from Kentucky, as they even are pathing with the minions in tow. They want to end the game, and they want to take it 2-0 over Murray State.
And here comes the push. Inhibitors aren't coming out just yet on those side lanes. Be careful for that one, because they all fell nearly at the same time. Oh, there goes Scry.
Scry, you were too far out, and you get burned apart. And the rest of the members of Murray get taunted up by Jax. They're still underneath the tower. Here comes the charge in. The absolute zero pop. The hero's entrance gonna knock up 2 members as they go even forward, and they pull back in the puzzle. They rip apart the members of Murray. Double kills coming in for B Bumble. Only 2 remaining now for Murray State as they lose the base. They will give over their tournament dreams over to Kentucky, who take it 2-0. They go 1-1 for the day.
I don't know about you, but that is a story to tell about how you got knocked out of a League of Legends tournament. Losing out to that Kentucky comp, that's gotta feel bad. As yeah, Kentucky, they just made it look easy at the end of that one.
Yeah, that's a feels bad moment when you say that you lost to a team of jungle who went 9-1-7.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof. Well, at least they will be well prepared for the Timo Cup when that comes on around. Still got plenty of time to practice up for that one. Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, you hope that they're ready. Hopefully they don't have PTSD when they hear Timo and they're like...
That is also a possibility at this point.
Exactly, but man, that's really interesting to see these games for today. We got two 2-0s coming in for the total of the day. Waterloo taking 2-0 over New Hampshire, and then the 2-0 coming in now for Kentucky over Murray State, eliminating them from the tournament. But Kentucky, they're still alive, and after this second game performance, hopefully we can imagine good things coming for them in the future.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a very uphill road. You're currently 1-1. You still need 4 wins in a row to even make it into the conference playoffs. And from there, you got to win them through, at least get first, if not second. And boy, there is a lot that can go wrong between now and then. But heck, if they improve, if they keep making their way up there, they can battle for superiority here in the Northern Conference.
Their goal to success is pick Timo, apparently. As long as they can do that. As long as they do that over Nunu, they just let the Nunu go through, say, yeah, fine, whatever. You play that, we'll play Timo.
Yep, that is fair. And boy, we're going to see some new metas arise if this is exactly what we get game in and game out. Also, Nunu currently has a 0% win rate in the CSL when it's casted, so keep that one in mind when you go into solo queue, guys.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't take that into full account. I mean, sure, we've only seen him twice, but he's also been permabanned pretty much every other game, so... It's kind of hard to say, but guys, I hope you enjoyed what we were able to show you here for College LOL. It was exciting to see 2 2-0s, but also I think the most exciting to see a Timo jungle being played and winning. But guys, that's going to be it for us today. If you want to join our Discord, make sure to type in !Discord. It will bring it up in the chat, and you can just go ahead and join that. You can talk with us all you want. We also are going to give a little bit of plugs towards our Twitters. I'm Mad Magical. This is my fellow caster, Return. You can find him at lol_returned, and you can find myself at mad_magical. So guys, I hope you enjoyed everything here for the College Star League. We're going to call it a night for now, but we will see you shortly. We'll be back tomorrow for some more exciting college games.